Our officials for the referee Jeff Salon, Daily Grapple, Egypt, Joe Schroeder, Ryan Shepherd, Grant Walker,
Congratulations on making it to the gold medal game. It's a true honor for everyone involved. With honor comes responsibility. Please treat each other with respect to the officials and all the fans and everyone involved in today. With that being said, Saskatchewan players logo, got a tail, the CFL logo is head. Okay? Alberta, who's called? Number 9, what is it called? Head is the call. It is tail. Saskatchewan, you have won the toss. Saskatchewan is elected. You're going to take the ball, and from the center you're going to defend. As you stop. Alberta will receive and start the first half. Big hands, good luck.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our gold medal game. Team Alberta facing the host, Team Saskatchewan. My name's Chris Hadisbeck. I'm joined with my good friend Olivier Eddy for the second game today. Olivier, looking forward to a gold medal game here.
Right, it should be fantastic. We've got two great football teams. We've got to our right a sea of green and white fans. To our left, blue and white. It's a packed stadium here for the gold medal game.
Here at beautiful Leibel Field in Regina, Saskatchewan. Weather's going to be perfect for this one. It's warm, but not too bad out. Looking forward to a good game. Team Saskatchewan, the defending champs, obviously had a strong game against Manitoba. Team Alberta coming away with a big win against Team BC on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, and I think everything today here is, well, to me, there's one big story. Can Team Alberta stop the Team Saskatchewan run? If so, we're going to have a great game.
Traven Wiggins kicks it off for Team Sask. Xander O'Daniel takes that kickoff and gets to about the 25-yard line, and that's where Team Alberta will start first down.
Not a bad return. Team Saskatchewan special teams being excellent, kicking the ball deep, really good coverage last game. I expect to see more of the same today. They're just very athletic and fast.
Jay Robertson with the tackle there on the cover team for Team Sask. Number 9, Nash Marzoff in at quarterback to start this game for Alberta. He's got receivers out super wide here. They fake the jet motion. They throw it over the middle. That one's going to fall incomplete. They were trying to stretch that defense out and try and sneak it in over the middle there.
And to be expected today is that Marzoff is going to be a big part of this offense. He ran the ball really well last game, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. He also passed for 61. He's a dual threat athlete, and when the ball's in his hands, you just never know where it's going to go.
So 2nd and 10 here for Team Alberta, their first drive of the game in this gold medal battle. Marzoff has 3 to his left, 2 to his right, takes the snap, looks to throw, has O'Daniel over the middle. That one's going to be picked there right away by Trayvon Wiggins for Team Saskatchewan, and a big turnover to start this game for their defense. Sorry, number 36, Noah Digney with the interception.
That's a big-time play at Team Saskatchewan early in the game. Right away having a chance to take control of this. And as we mentioned very briefly before, during the opening kickoff, I expect Team Saskatchewan to run the ball here. And I think this is going to be the story of the game. If Team Alberta can stop the run, we're going to have a very competitive football game. If Team Saskatchewan can impose their will on the run game like they did last game, I think they have a chance to really run away with this one.
So Gavin Newell in at quarterback, takes a snap under center, hands it off to Marcus Adams Jr. off the right side. Good job by that Alberta D-line limiting the run there.
So Marcus Adams Jr., we're going to be talking to him a lot. He carried the ball last game 13 times for 142 and 4 touchdowns. Add to that, he also had 2 receptions for 29. He was the MVP of that first game. Coach said, I can't speak highly enough about him. He said he's level-headed, he competes all the time, and is a true complete running back. Thinks Marcus Adams Jr. is the real deal.
Cruz Peter in on the tackle there. 2nd and long for Team Sask. Newell takes the snap, looks to throw, looks to his right, has to go over the middle. Flag down on the play, intended for his receiver over the middle. That's Daniel Potcarter. Falls incomplete.
So Team Alberta doing a good job stopping and run on first down, forcing Team Sask to pass. I think that's going to be a big part of this game as I'm continuing to repeat myself. Penalty indication from our red official Yves Lalonde is that it's going to be against Team Saskatchewan. Penalty seems to be declined. Are we looking at 3rd and 10 here?
Yeah, that will be declined. 3rd and long here. We'll see. Looking like Team Sask going to keep the offense on here to go for it. As we see Gavin Newell holding his hands over his helmet with the electronic communication getting the play call.
Gavin Newell threw 12 of 18 for 131 last game, as long of 25. He threw the ball fairly well. 67% is a good completion rate at this level of football.
Newell is in the gun. Marcus Adams to his right, takes the snap, looks to throw, looks over the middle that time, and that's going to fall incomplete, intended for number 30, Emmett Curson, and that's a big turnover on downs for the Team Alberta defense.
Yeah, it sure is. Emmett Curson being their go-to guy when they want to throw the ball in the middle of the field. Coach says he's a very tough receiver. He's got solid hands, and he's not afraid of contact. Unfortunately, he just couldn't come down with that one on 3rd down.
So Team Alberta will take over 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. Nash Marzoff obviously going to be looking to their star player, Alexander O'Daniel, player of the game last time for Team Alberta. Expect to hear his name called quite often. Marzoff takes the snap, hands it off. Actually, play action that time. He's going to roll. He's going to try and find a receiver open. He does. Nice throw on the play, complete to number 28, Devon Davis, and tackled by number 6, Cohen Day.
It's nice to see Devon Davis being involved in the game. We saw him as a blocker a lot in this first game, but it's his first touch of the tournament, and it comes at a great time, giving Alberta a 1st down.
Devon Davis out of the Edmonton Chargers football program, moving the chains there. Nice play action. Good job by Marzoff to use that athleticism to get out of the pocket there. Marzoff takes a snap, pulling guard that time, hands it off to Delpeche. That time he's going to have to make a few people miss. Brought down right away by number 44, Nixon Goldstone, a stud linebacker for Team Saskatchewan.
Now let's talk about Goldstone, head coach of Team Saskatchewan. David Rogers mentioned. He said having Goldstone on defense is like having an extra coach on the field. He is the leader of that defense. You're going to see him go sideline to sideline making tackles. And he's a high IQ football player.
So, second and long now for Team Alberta on their second drive. Their first one ended up in an interception here. Ball on the 44-yard line. Marzov takes a snap. Odenyo coming across, fumbles the snap on the play, and Marzov's just going to have to jump on that, and that's going to be a loss on the play.
It's a tough start for Team Alberta, right between the interception and now the botch snap. It's two very quick drives by the offense. They're going to look to try to get settled down here, slow things down a bit. You can tell the energy level is very high. They got to find a way to slow it down for them.
So, Alberta will look to punt this one away. Sebastian Autori Hinojosa, the punter. Two returners back for Sask. Gets the snap. Punts to his right. That one's going to end up going across his body, landing right in the middle there, caught in the air by Team Saskatchewan. Makes one person miss. We see someone fly head over heels there. We see some stuff after the whistle there, but good job by the cover team there, and good job by Nick Pierce to catch that one in the air.
Very high level of intensity in this game. We'll see if we talked about the weather quickly. There's no rain today. There's very little wind. The sun, however, is shining super hard. It is very hot on that turf. The players are super high intensity right now. We'll see if that takes a toll on them later in the game.
So Gavin Newell still in at quarterback, under center. Marcus Adams Jr. behind him. He's going to go back, play action. He's going to screen to number 81. That's Maver. He has a lead blocker, number 61. He breaks one tackle. This could go a long way. He's going to be tracked down eventually by a Team Alberta player, and that will be a horse collar tackle.
Yeah, so Team Alberta going to get a good 25 plus 10, 35 yards there on this play. Very, very nice job following their O-lineman, number 61, Nathan Nicholson. That's one of two returning players on the O-line. Nathan Nicholson, 6'3", 235 out of Lumsden Devils. I'll tell you what, they've been pulling him a lot on that play. They've done that a lot in the first game, mostly on second and long. He's very athletic, and receivers are very smart too, kind of being patient and letting it set up for themselves. Clearly a play they work hard on in practice, and they're executing it very well.
Yeah, we've called Ethan Mamer's name a few times in that game one. He had some really clutch catches for Team Saskatchewan. Nice ball there by Newell as well.
Yeah, he's already at 5 catches for about 80 yards. He is Team Saskatchewan's leading receiver, and he's getting those balls a lot on those receiver screens with the O-lineman leading through.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. Newell under center that time. He will hand it off to Marcus Adams Jr. that time, but pressured right away by the big man for Team Alberta. That's big number 66, Riker Medke, making a great play in the backfield.
And let's give the credit where it's due. When you have a nose tackle penetrating the backfield like that for tackle for loss, it's a big-time play because those guys, they're often being double teamed, right? You have two players on, usually a center and a guard trying to stop him, but he found a way through as he now takes a knee and looking for a bit of breather or fresh air. It seems to be okay.
Medke out of the Leduc Ticat football program, making a great play there. He's going to have to come off for 3 plays now. As you mentioned, Olivier, the heat will play a factor in this game.
Both teams running in some water here as they're allowed to during these injury timeouts. As we see 66 back up on his feet, he seems to be totally fine. Perhaps he just needed a breath of air. Might have fallen awkwardly, but he seems to be okay.
Glad to see him walk off under his own power. I want to thank everyone watching at home. We are able to see your comments on YouTube. We'd love to hear some stories. If you have anything for us, we'll do our best to keep an eye on that during this game. And so far, some back and forth in this game. Good game to start. As Newell lines up under center. 2nd and 9 now, ball on the 20. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Marcus Adams Jr. Breaks one tackle. Gets pressured right away. Great job by number 17 for Team Alberta. That is Lorenzo Wells with a great tackle.
Hey, they are playing tough downfield. I'll talk about 61 again from Team Saskatchewan, the returning O-lineman Nathan Nicholson. He is 25 yards downfield finishing his block. That's going to be one for the highlight tape.
So this will bring up 3rd and 5. Team Saskatchewan keeping the offense on here. Last time they did this, it was a turnover on downs. Newell takes a snap. He's going to be play action. He's going to roll to his right, pressure in his face. This time he has Potgeider over the right side, breaks one tackle, and takes that in for a Team Saskatchewan touchdown.
That's Daniel Podgeider's first reception in the tournament. Does ever come in a good time. He's got a touchdown for his team in a gold medal game.
Great job, great play action. Newell did a great job as well. Pressure in his face right away, stayed calm, and put a good ball into Potgeider's numbers.
That Team Saskatchewan offense is going to be difficult to stop. They run the ball so well that Alberta has to commit extra players to the run, which opens up the pass. It is a good offense. It is a simple one. You know what's coming, right? They don't hide anything from you. But wow, are they ever athletic and strong and good.
Traven Wiggins lines up for the extra point attempt. Good snap. Extra point is good, and that will give Team Saskatchewan a 7-0 lead over Team Alberta in the gold medal game here. 6 minutes here left in the first quarter.
Hey, almost a dream start there for Team Saskatchewan, right? They got a turnover, then they got a 2-and-out from Team Alberta. They take this one in the second drive of the game all the way down the field. Good football so far. So what can we expect out of that Team Alberta offense? We know that Xander Odenyo was the player of the game. He carried the ball 9 times for 103. He caught the ball 3 times for 61. That's almost 170 yards just by himself on offense. Pretty electric player, and he's set up here to return the kick return.
Yeah, we see them use him a lot in that jet motion game. We've seen him fake it a couple times here so far today. Wouldn't be surprised if they maybe get him in the backfield and see if they can get something going on the ground with him as a running back. As Wiggins kicks this one off, O'Denny's going to catch that right at the 10-yard line, catches that one in the air, gets pressure in his face right away, and a great job by the cover man. That is number 6, Cohen Day, with a great cover play for Team Sask.
Yeah, and Team Saskatchewan special teams have been excellent, A+ all tournament long. When you pin your opponent, on a 25-yard line or 30, you're winning your special teams kickoff game. When you think about game goals, especially in this corner, I'd say that pinning them inside the 30 at this level of football, that's very, very good. They got to be happy what they're getting out of their kick team.
So this time it will be number 12 in at quarterback for Team Alberta. Owen Parker, we saw him. He has some great legs and good arm strength as well for Team Alberta. He motions his receiver, takes the snap, hands it off to Odenya inside. That time, number 4 that time, making some people miss and moving the chains. That's Winexus Nkongo making a great play.
Yeah, and Wentz Nkongo, played very well last game too. He only got the ball 7 times carrying, but he's one of these good athletes. He's in the backfield for a reason, and that was a big, strong run. When you can run up the middle for 10+ yards on first down, you feel pretty good as an offense.
Yeah, obviously against a very tough front 7 for Team Saskatchewan as well. So Nkongo finished the game strong against BC. We'll see if they keep feeding him here. And whistle dead here. We'll see, is this going to be another snap warning, as the officials love to do that right away and get that out of the way?
Hey, you may as well do it early. If the center's moving the ball too much, you warn both teams, warn the benches, say, look, we're not going to allow that. Next time it's going to be a procedure. So good job on the officials manage that early. Now with Owen Parker in the game, Chris, he ran the ball a lot last game. Are we expecting more of a run game when he's in versus his teammate?
I think so. They showed that Owen Parker can carry the ball himself, so we'll see here. Maybe work on that read option offense here as Parker does take the snap, and he has Nkongo in. He will hand it off that time. Pressured in his face right away by a ton of Team Saskatchewan defenders, led by number 91, Cash McDowell.
When you've got 6 green jerseys on your ball carrier, you know that means that there's a swarming defense on the other side. They're going to have to use a little bit of misdirection or something to try to stay away from that Saskatchewan front 7. Now, I was talking to Derek Brockenier, the quarterback coach for Team Alberta, is in the booth over here. He said, look, Team Sask, they're not complicated. They'll play a 4-3 cover 3 on you. Your job is to find the holes and try to make it work.
Takes a snap that time, rolls out to his left right away, looks to throw, has a receiver open on the sideline, and that's a great job by the receiving quarterback. He breaks a few tackles and gets some extra yards there. That is complete to number 22, Isaac Vandergreen. Nice play for Isaac.
Yeah, it's Isaac's first catch of the tournament. Comes at a good time as well. And yeah, I think that's what you're going to see. Team Sask, they're not necessarily going to blitz you like crazy. They're not going to do anything, out of the ordinary. They're going to play a 4-3 base cover 3 defense. Your job is to find the holes. Try to get 8 to 12-yard chunks in the pass game.
Great job by Owen Parker. Uses his legs there, makes a nice throw to the sideline as he's in here at the gun, takes it, hands it off to Nkongo, has to make people miss again in the backfield. Does a good job just to get a couple yards there.
Yeah, he's got to fight really hard because that front 7 from Team Sask, they're getting good penetration, but good on Nkongo to find a way to get some positive yards for his team, making this a manageable 2nd and medium.
Olivia, do you think Team Alberta, probably realistically perceive themselves as a little bit of an underdog? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive on third down than they would be against other teams?
I think you have to. That team, Saskatchewan, has never lost a game in the history of their program. They're at home. They looked really well 3 days ago. I think you have to take some chances.
So Parker will motion his receivers in. The Congo steps up to his right. He'll be play action, quick ball to Odenya. That time it's going to be close to being intercepted. That is again number 36, Noah Digney. He had an interception on the first drive, and lucky he didn't come away with that one as well.
Yeah, and from my point of view, I almost thought this was a lateral or a fumble, but I might have looked too quickly on that one. Everybody stopped playing, but dangerous play could have been even worse for Team Alberta.
Yeah, great job by Digney to recognize that. And on the replay, I believe you're right. It looks close. We saw that yesterday in the CFL game with Ottawa and Winnipeg, close to being a backwards throw. But Team Alberta is going to punt this one away.
Or are they?
They will punt this one away. And that's going to be caught right on the 3-yard line by Daniel Pockgarter. Doesn't have much for blocks there, and a great job by the cover team. Actually, Pockgarter keeps his feet moving, breaks a couple of tackles, and great job there to not go down on first contact.
Hey, that's an excellent return. Team Alberta would only get about 18 yards out of that punt from a net point of view. We talked about, are they going to be aggressive? 3rd and 7 on the 40-yard line. I thought they might go for it, but Team Saskatchewan very happy with that result, getting the ball on the 22-yard line to start their drive.
Yeah, so Gavin Newell coming out here as we see our good friend Michael Scraper down there, Shoot with Scrapes. Be sure to check out his social media and his website for some photos from the tournaments here, U16 and U18. Marcus Adams Jr. here lines up behind Newell, under center this time. Newell takes the snap, looks to throw right away. He has a receiver wide open deep. That is Daniel Pockgarter, and he's going to drop that one right at midfield.
Atypical play call from Team Sask, right, to kind of go with the fake screen, pump and go type of look. I'm not sure if there's a pump fake there or not, but a bit of a double move by the slot back. This is a rare play call for Team Sask. They're trying to take an early, decisive lead in this game. They went for it, but oh so close.
Yeah, good job by Newell. Gives his receiver a chance. So that puts them in 2nd and 10 here. Not something they're afraid of. Ball on the 22-yard line coming down towards the end of this first quarter. Team Sask leading 7-0. Newell will motion his receivers. He'll take the snap, look to throw right away, looks to his left, finds a receiver over the middle. That's Ethan Mamer once again from Tisdale and gets tackled there. That will move the chains. Lorenzo Wells on the tackle.
Ethan Mamer, the leading receiver for Team Saskatchewan. We have two teams who relied heavily on the run in their first game, right? You've got Alberta, who ran for 300 plus. Team Saskatchewan just under 300. We've been seeing a lot of passes early on in this game so far.
Yeah, airing it out. So Newell takes the snap that time. He will hand it off to Marcus Adams Jr. Has to make a few tackles miss, and that's going to be close to a face mask. No call on the play, though. Brought down by number 2, Joel Resch. Alberta defense making a nice play there.
Yeah, Alberta's got to be happy. Anytime on a first down, they limit the run to 3 or 4 yards. That's a win for them, right? Because Team Saskatchewan's pretty imposing with their O-line.
So 2nd and 7 here for Team Saskatchewan. Ball on the 51-yard line. Team Alberta front 7 are doing a good job in the run game so far. Newell in the gun, takes the snap. Marcus Adams Jr. leaks out early. Quick fake there. Draw coming in is number 5. That's a nice play design there for Team Saskatchewan. Nick Pierce taking that handoff from the slot back position.
That's a great play design. Nick Pierce is kind of a hit in there. You almost feel like, was he late to the line of scrimmage? No, all of that is on purpose. He comes in and motions in late behind the QB. Really nice play design. I don't think we saw that play last game.
No, that's a new wrinkle from their offense there, and executed very well from Team Saskatchewan. That's going to move the chains and give them a first down. Ball on the 44-yard line. 1 minute left here in the first quarter. There, motions in. Gavin Newell fakes it to Pierce. Hands off to Marcus Adams Jr. And once again, not much going on in the run game, though, but still nice gain on first down.
Yeah, good positive run. I think Marcus Adams on that one, he went, I'm going to go ball security, I'm going to go north-south, and I'm going to fall forward when I get hit to make sure we're in a positive gain. Ends up getting 6 or 7 on that.
Yeah, obviously Marcus Adams Jr., their premier athlete on this U16 team.
Yeah, one of 3 returning players on the offense, a player who last year had about 50% of the carries, even though he was on the younger side of things. He's clearly the workhorse here.
Newell will line up under center this time. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Marcus Adams Jr. Pressure right away by number 32 and finished off by big number 99, Ethan McInnes for Team Alberta.
Yeah, that's a loss of one
Evan.
on second and short. Team Alberta's got to feel pretty good about stopping a run. Team Sask going to have to sub in their punt unit here. That's a big stop.
Evan McInnes, my apologies, had the chance to see his dad officiate the CFL game on Thursday night, which is pretty cool.
Very neat. Football must run in the family.
So Team Sask subs on their punt team here, 3rd and 5. This will be the last play of the quarter.
Now, we talked a lot about Team Saskatchewan's special teams, thought they were far superior to their opponent last game. They do kick the ball very deep, which at times can be difficult for the cover team, but they've been covering kicks very well.
Trevin Wiggins ready to take this long snap. Takes that, he'll look to kick that nice low kick there, bouncing towards the end zone. Odenian does a great job catching that in the end zone, gets it out. So that ball's going to be moved up to the 20. Great job by Odenian.
Intelligent, high IQ play by the returner. You want to wait till the ball gets in the end zone. Why? Because by rule in amateur football, if you take it out to the 1, you get the ball to the 20 automatically. Now you can do even better. Maybe you break a long run, you end up on the 30, but the worst that can happen to you is to get the ball on the 20. Versus if you got the ball earlier on the 3-yard line, then your offense would start wherever you get tackled. So that's an intelligent play by the returner.
So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Team Saskatchewan leading Team Alberta here in the gold medal game, 7-0.
We would like to acknowledge and thank Football Saskatchewan and the Saskatchewan Rough Rider Foundation, sponsor of.
So Olivier, good first quarter, tight game here, 1-score game. Kind of what we expected for today.
Yeah, I mean, these are two good football teams, right? So, no, we expect this to be a great game.
Owen Parker still in at quarterback that time. He's going to be brought down right away, led by number 20, Tucker Prodale for Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Team Alberta going with their jet sweep read type of play where the quarterback can give the ball to the jet player who's coming in motion, or he can keep himself and kind of run a counter look. Decides to pull it and keep it on that one. But yeah, we saw a lot of success with that. I mean, Owen Parker ran for 78 yards and a touchdown last game. They're trying to do some of the same here.
So now 2nd and 10 again here. Owen Parker in the gun, motions the receiver, empty backfield. He takes that snap. He's going to roll out to his right. Good protection that time. He has a receiver on the sideline. He's going to have to go up and get it. Intended for number 1, Kimi Olabenjo, but falls incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete. It's a 2-and-out. Team Saskatchewan will be very happy with that as they prepare to receive the ball back in excellent field position to start their first drive of this second quarter.
Covered on the play that time. Good coverage there. Tough ball to catch. Number 2. So Team Alberta set to punt this one away. Ball on the 20-yard line. Time is whistled in. He takes that snap. He's going to kick it to his left. Getting great distance on that kick. Pockrider drops that one, but thankfully for him, goes out of bounds right at midfield. Dangerous return there.
Yeah, and I mean, as a returner, you know, a couple of different things that go through your mind. One, am I going to be aggressive, sprint up, try to get it? If I don't, you know, it could bounce all sorts of directions, makes it tough. But if I do, I better field it, right? That's where it's difficult. He had a great return. His first punt return, that one obviously no harm, no foul at the end of the day, but he does want to catch those cleanly.
So Team Sask, obviously, we'll see here if they try and stick with that run game. They're getting a few decent yards here, but not big chunks like they saw in the first day as Newell is in a gun. Marcus Adams Jr. to his right. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Marcus Adams. He has room on the right side that time. Cuts inside, brought down eventually from behind by number 2, Joel Resch.
And that's a 12-yard carry on first down for Marcus Adams Jr. He's got to feel good about that. This is what I'm expecting Team Saskatchewan to continue and try and do, is just impose their will in the run game.
That will move the chains. First down on the 44-yard line. Newell breaks the huddle with his Team Saskatchewan offense out of Tom Collegiate here in Regina, Saskatchewan. Split back in the backfield this time. Newell takes the snap. This time he'll play action over the middle. This time he's going deep that time. Has a receiver caught by number 21, Keegan Barnstable. They're going to call him down at the 1 yard line.
Wow, what a nice play call. What a nice play action. We just talked about you continue to run up the middle. Maybe that's what Team Alberta is expecting as well, so they commit to the run. And we just get a nice deep post by the number 2 receiver on the field side. Open. Nice pitch and catch by Team Saskatchewan.
Nice ball by Newell there as we see the jumbo package come on for Team Saskatchewan. They had great success with this in Game 1 against Team Manitoba, and we expect them just to try and power this one in with Marcus Adams Jr. once again.
Yeah, let's say if they stick to what's been very good for them and if they have something up their sleeves, but I've got a feeling we're just going to see a handoff to Adams Jr.
Newell will line up under the center. Motions his offense, takes the ball, hands it off to Marcus Adams Jr. in for a Team Saskatchewan touchdown.
Team Saskatchewan really showing early dominance here. They are a strong, physical, well-coached team. You know, I was talking to the head coach before the game, David Rogers, and I said, you know, or exchanged emails, kind of said, like, you know, what's your key to success? What makes you so good? And he had many great things to say about his athletes, but another comment that he made is that he's got continuity in his coaching staff. You know, 100% of the coaches who were there last year are back again in the same positions. They know what they're doing. They've built a system. It's not about a new playbook every year or trying to be different. They've just built a system. They're culturally strong. Their athletes know what to expect, and it's done really great things for them.
Offside on that play obviously declined as Traven Wiggins kicks that extra point, and it sneaks through the uprights and will give Team Saskatchewan a 14-0 lead here with 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
Well, if I'm Team Alberta, I got to find a way to get back on the board here and do so quickly. We saw some two different kind of games between Nash Marthoff and Owen Parker, the 2 quarterbacks. They have a 1A, 1B situation. They're both very, very good. I expect Marthoff to come back in the game now. He has done some good things in terms of explosive plays. His ability to scramble and kind of do play actions and find his receivers. I thought there was bigger gains out of his game, while Owen Parker is more of a 4 or 5 yards at a time with the run game. But I'm intrigued to see what Team Alberta decides to come out with for this next series.
We see the crowd getting into this one, a packed house here at Leibel Field in Regina. Sports Canada TV bringing this tournament on for us. I want to thank all the volunteers, Football Canada making this happen for the final day of the U16 Western Challenge as Traven Wiggins lines up to kick this one off as it's whistled in. Wiggins will kick it. Nice kick that time. Lands right in front of Odenya. He's going to have to catch that off a couple bounces. Does a good job to get that. He's got some room on the right side there, but good coverage there. Breaks a couple tackles there and drags those defenders down, and that's where Alberta will start.
Yeah, that's a good return, but again, near the 25-yard line, Team Saskatchewan will be happy with their coverage. Although Odenya did everything he could to make that as good as it could be for Team Alberta.
So 1st and 10 for Team Alberta. Ball on the 26-yard line, right hash.
So it is Marthoff coming back in as predicted. We'll see if they start going with this zone read type of look where he gets to boot out and make some plays with his legs.
Marthoff out of the Holy Trinity Knights program in Calgary. He'll call for it, take that snap, he'll hand it off. Fumble on the play that time. Little bit of a miscommunication with DeCongo in the backfield there.
Well, we called it on the zone read type of look. We have to make a decisive decision in those plays, or it can be challenging. Marthoff had a chance to learn about him a little bit. You know, at that age, not everybody knows what they want to do for a living, and Marthoff wants to get into communication. He says, or we hear, that one of his goals is to become a coach one day.
Love to hear that. As Marthoff will face a 2nd and 12 here. Odenya motions out to the right side. Nikongo steps up to pass pro. Marthoff looking to throw that time. Doesn't find anyone. He's going to scramble that time. Breaks one tackle, but eventually brought down there for a sack by the Team Saskatchewan D-line.
Look, it's early to make these comments, but Team Sask, physical, strong, fast, a complete team. It's going to be difficult to move the ball on that defense. It's going to be difficult to stop their offense as well. They are an excellent football team.
Nat Elish out of the Holy Cross Crusaders program up in Saskatoon. As Alberta will have to punt this one away. Sebastian Autori Hinojosa, the punter for Team Alberta. Once again, Nick Pierce and Daniel Pockart are set to return for Team Sask. takes that snap. That one's going to land at about the 37-yard line. Puckrider picks that up at the 45 after that bounce, makes a couple people miss, and finally pushed out of bounds at around the 34-yard line.
Again, great field position for Team Saskatchewan. They're going to start in almost field goal range this drive, and looking to get more than their 14-point lead.
Timeout being called here on this play by our head official, Yves Lalonde.
He's been doing a great job. We see him in the community here doing games at all levels between high school. He does women's football as well. I believe he's involved in the CJFL and U Sport games. He's been a fantastic official here in Regina, and it's nice to see these guys. They've got a big week ahead of them. You know, we have 2 games today. We have 4 games tomorrow with the U18 Canada Cup kicking off, and it's going to take a toll on the local officials.
Yeah, we appreciate everything they do. Obviously, the other officials that aren't working the game are still here working the sticks and doing a great job here. Looking forward to the U18 Canada Cup tournament starting here tomorrow in Regina as well. You will have the pleasure of listening to myself and Olivier for that tournament as well. Looking forward to that one.
The great pleasure.
That's right.
Of listening to Chris and Ollie in the booth. You know, we try to have fun up here. Sometimes we laugh at ourselves. Sometimes we use sarcasm. I hope you're having fun at home, and you're welcome to type in some comments. We'll try to interact with you as well.
Gavin Newell takes a snap, hands it to Marcus Evans Jr., breaks one cut. He's got room up the middle. He's going to try and split those defenders. Brought down, but not before a big gain for another Team Sask first down.
And again, this is difficult for Team Alberta, right? They've got to commit more players to the box to try to stop the run. If they do so, what's Team Saskatchewan's answer? Play action pass, right? And they've been looking very good at both of these things. It's a pick your poison type of matchup right now, and it's not easy to try to stop this Team Saskatchewan offense.
So Newell in the gun with Marcus Adams Jr. to his right. Receivers motion towards the line, catches that snap, hands it off to Marcus Adams Jr. that time, but brought down right away in the backfield by number 82, Cole Carr, with a nice play.
Number 82, Cole Carr.
Cole Carr out of Lloydminster, Alberta, making a great play there.
Second down and goal.
We saw the Alberta D-line really make some big plays in their game on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, Team Alberta is also a complete team, right? Like, let's not take away from them. Yes, I've said a lot of things about Team Saskatchewan and how good they're performing, but that Alberta team, they were dominant in their last game, and they deserve to be here today.
Newell takes the snap, fakes the jet sweep, hands off to Marcus Adams Jr. that time, and hits another blue wall for that Team Alberta defense, and that's going to force a field goal attempt here for Team Sask.
Brought down by number 2, Joel Reddick.
Yeah, and Team Alberta, you know, defensively, a number of players who excelled last game. The one player defensive back, Nima Rahami, it was that 1 or 2 interceptions last game. I felt like we said his name all the time. Really, really good player out there. And then the love is spread out, you know, between the defensive backs and linebackers. Lots of gang tackling on that blue wall, as you say, Chris, which is a good sign of a strong defense.
Connor Woods, number 32, out of the Bonnyville Bandits, in on that tackle for Team Alberta, as Trayvon Wiggins lines up to attempt this field goal. Snap is down, kick is up, and that field goal is good. That will give Team Saskatchewan a 17-0 lead over Team Alberta here.
Is up and good. That makes the score 6.
Flags down on the play, though.
Flag on the play.
Early indications against Team Alberta. Sounds like they might have lined up offside or jumped the gun, so it'll likely be declined here unless it gives Team Sask a first down.
Yeah, they have declined that penalty, so the field goal attempt will stand.
So the field goal attempt stands. That
6 minutes left here in the first half. Team Sask leading Team Alberta 17-0. Team Alberta has had some chances on offense. They have great athletes. The Congo, Odenya, both having chances to get the ball there, but just a little sloppy on some plays to start this game.
They've had a rough start, right? The first 2 drives were tough. They got to find a way to find, you know, some momentum. But you're right. You know, whether it's Owen Parker or Nash Mars off a QB, they can totally move the ball. Wentz Congo is great athlete. Xander Odenyo. I mean, you're talking about guys who can make a difference, can break a game open at any time.
So Marzoff is in with Delpeche behind him at running back. They've got a tight end to the left. Marzoff takes the snap. He has a pulling tackle that time. Play action that time. Gets hit on the play and throws that away, and that's going to be incomplete. And it looks like we have Nash Marzoff currently down with an injury.
It was a great effort by the wide receiver out of Team Alberta. I couldn't catch his number on that play, but great effort, almost making the play there.
Marzoff hit as he threw this one, getting looked at by the trainers currently. I believe pressure on that play was by number 44, Nixon Goldstone.
Goldstone, a intelligent, aggressive, physical defender, knows where the line is. Doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with this play. There's no flags on the play. I didn't catch anything on my end either way.
As we see Owen Parker coming in here as Marzoff is still down.
Yeah, never fun for your offense when your quarterback goes down. Thankfully for them, they have two high-quality QBs and athletes back there who can be generals and direct traffic for their offense. With Owen Parker in, we see a little bit more of a purposeful quarterback run game in terms of QB draws or even QB leads or counters up the middle, but can also throw the ball very well. He threw for 61 yards, for 25 yards last game, went 4 of 7, but very capable.
Marzoff able to stand up under his own power and walking off with the trainer. Looks like he will be okay.
Always good to see.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 here for Team Alberta. Ball on the 35-yard line. They got to get something going on offense if they don't want this game to get away from them.
Yeah, and so far it hasn't been drop-back passing for them. It's been more rollouts. Let's see if they go with that, or maybe they'll try their running back screen, which they tried it earlier on today on the first play of the game.
Matthew Delpeche in the backfield still. Owen Parker now in at quarterback after the injury to Marzoff. Empty set here this time. Going to roll out to his right and try and find his wide receiver once again out there. This time they do complete it. They tried that play earlier. He's breaking tackles. That's number 1, Kimi Olobenjo, and finally brought down over midfield.
Kimi Olobenjo working his legs, working through traffic, getting extra yards. That's a big-time play.
I think Team Alberta, as long as Team Sask keeps considering that they are playing this cover 3, they're going to keep trying to hit that rollout pass. Owen Parker doing a good job that time, putting it in a spot that Olobenjo can catch it.
Now, we have Olobenjo listed at 105 pounds on our roster.
Definitely.
I believe it's a typo.
Yeah, he's not.
Let's add 80 to that, maybe 90.
He's 6'105". That would be quite the athlete out there as he
create a player on that.
Comes this time closer to our booth. That time, Parker takes a snap, hands it off to Delpeche. He cuts inside, breaks one man miss, makes another. That time, finally brought down by number 42 and a big hit on the play. Jackson Gordon Dovell, but not before he gets a good gain.
Great run by Delpeche, just showing his will there. A couple of side shuffles in the middle, keeping good ball security and getting a 10, 11 yard run. It's a first down. It's well earned, and Team Alberta is driving.
Yeah, very tough run there by Delpeche, doing a great job moving the chains for Team Alberta. They needed a big drive here, try and get some points on before the end of this first half, as Owen Parker is in at quarterback.
Odenyo currently unmarked here with Saskatchewan defense.
Parker rolls out to his left this time, hits Olobenjo that time again, and finally brought down, but that's another good first down play by Team Alberta.
It's 3 plays in a row with 10-plus yards. Unfortunately, Alberta's going to be brought back here on a holding call. That one hurts after such a nice, 3 consecutive positive plays.
You see an offense that does a lot of rollouts, susceptible to holdings at times.
Yeah, it sure is. The more your quarterback scrambles, the tougher it is for the O-line to know, how to get leverage on those D linemen. And yeah, you got to know when to let go, and you got to keep your feet moving. It's not an easy skill.
So instead of a first down moving the chains, it's going to be 1st and 20 for Team Alberta in a tough spot here. Ball on the 53-yard line now.
Now, the good news for Alberta, they're not a team who gets you 4 yards at a time. They're a big play team. They go for it. They push the ball downfield. So they're capable of finding themselves in a position to convert. This is just obviously a tougher challenge.
So Parker takes that snap. He's going to fake it to number 7 going across, looking for that screen pass. It's going to be dropped, almost intercepted on the play by Jude Drisner, and that would have been going the other way had he held on to that one.
Yeah, Jude Drisner at the Aiden Bowen Bears. He had a chance. I mean, look, he made a great play. Let's not focus only on the fact that he dropped the ball. That's a really good play. He's in the right spot. He's disciplined as a linebacker, and he's forcing a 2nd and 20. Totally fine.
So Team Alberta just showed a screen pass on 1st and 20, something they probably won't go back to. I think Team Saskatchewan may be expecting that here. We'll see if they maybe try and get in the hands of their athletes on a short screen pass,
Well-
or wide receiver screen maybe.
Team Saskatchewan being so good with the front four, they don't need to blitz. So the screen isn't as great, when there's no blitzers, as Team Saskatchewan backs up here really deep in cover 2.
Parker breaks that tackle. He's got to look out here, complete to number 28 that time, going for the big hit on the play. Instead, he bounces off it, and that's going to be a gain of about 11, but still going to force 3rd and long.
Yeah, and Team Sask really dropped back deep here. They kind of said, go ahead, complete a 6-yard pass, we don't care. Alberta ends up getting 11, but they'll be forced to punt.
Devon Davis with the reception there for Team Alberta. Does a nice job bouncing off that tackle attempt. He's out of the Edmonton Charger football program in Alberta. We see Alberta getting set to punt this one away. 3 minutes left here in the first half. This will be the last play before the 3-minute warning.
No, Chris, this being the championship game, you don't hold anything back from a play calling point of view. You use everything. Are we thinking there's going to be some trick plays on special teams today?
I think at some point we're going to see them, depending on how the rest of the game goes. This time it won't be. They will just punt this one away. Does a nice job. That's going to land probably around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great punt out of bounds. Make sure that, there's no return on the play. They pin him deep. They're going to start the drive on the 13-yard line. I think as a punt team, you're pretty happy with that. So
Team Sask is going to have just under 3 minutes now. 3-minute warning, under 3-minute clock rules now applying.
Team Saskatchewan in complete control. It's 17-0. Alberta's not playing bad. It's just that Saskatchewan has finished their drives. 2 touchdowns in the field goal in the last 3 drives, and haven't punted since the first quarter. They're in a good spot here. They're probably going to look to do more of the same and try to finish this half feeling very good, very positive about how they're playing.
Gavin Newell still in at quarterback for Team Sask. Marcus Adams Jr. to his right. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. This time looks to his right. Goes back over the middle that time. And a great job by number 5 on Team Alberta knocking that down. That's Nima Ramani that you mentioned a few minutes ago.
Yeah, Ramani's a great defensive back. He's tall. He's long. He's what you look for when you want a defensive back on your team. He's playing some good football. There's an aggressive play call by Team Sask to go play action deep shot there on first down in their own 13-yard line.
So 2nd and 10 now. As now the 3-minute warning is blown in.
Perhaps they got forgotten to be communicated.
Newell takes the snap. He is going to look to throw, trying to look at Marcus Adams Jr. that time. He has Potgeider on the crossing route, though. Makes number 2 miss, and finally brought down, but not before getting a first down, Team Saskatchewan.
That's a big-time play on 2nd and 10. They went with a 2-yard completion on the crosser. That works out. Way to trust your play calls and trust your reads on the field, and you don't always need to throw past a first down marker. Sometimes you just let your receivers go. It's a classic mesh concept. Usually not as good against zone coverage, but they found a way to make it work.
Nima Ramani in on that tackle once again for Team Alberta. We see a couple of subs come on this time for Team Saskatchewan.
I'm looking for them to go back to the ground game here, but we'll see what they choose and elect to do. As Team Alberta is putting more players into the box.
Timeout, Team Saskatchewan. They'll burn one of their 2 timeouts here in the first half on this play. A little bit of confusion maybe with those subs coming on a bit late.
Well, it looks like they had an extra player on the field as I see. No, I'm mistaken. We're good.
Yeah, Gavin Newell heads to the sideline to talk to his offensive coordinator.
Which tells us maybe they're not using the coordinator communication. If he's making the 50-yard run to his coach versus just waiting to hear in his earpiece. A new technology. We talked about it. A new rule, I should say. We talked about it briefly last game, but a reminder for those at home that the coaches can now speak to their quarterbacks with earpieces. Contrary to professional football, they can do so the entire game. They do so mid-play if they want. There's nobody stopping the communication. It's for them to decide how they want to navigate through that.
So Newell will take that snap. He hands it off to Pierce coming across on the jet sweep. He's going to have to make a few people miss, but Team Alberta doing a nice job making a play in the backfield there, led by number 43, Kalen Reed.
Yeah, that's good. You need that contain on a jet sweep, right? The moment you make the jet ball carrier slow down and think about cutting up, you've done something good on a contain point of view. So good job, Team Alberta, limiting that to a gain, even perhaps even a loss on the play.
Yeah, so 2nd and long now, minute 48 on the clock and winding down. Newell motions his receivers, takes the snap, looks to throw that time. Good protection. Going to try and take a deep shot, but it's covered by number 17 and almost caught on the tip by number 21, Keegan Barnstable. But good coverage on the play that time by Lorenzo Wells.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton there to throw at. We had 4 seams down the field and really, really well covered. I don't know if there was a player underneath available for the check down, but looks like 5 of the Saskatchewan players went deep on that. Yeah, there was nothing for the quarterback to come back down, so he just threw it up.
So that's going to give Alberta a chance here to put some points up before the end of the first half, trailing 17-0 currently, minute and a half left here. See if they can get a decent return. That one's going to land right around the 55-yard line. O'Denya's going to have to backtrack a little bit, catches it off to a couple bounces and a flag there. I'm not sure if that's a no yards. It looked like they were far away enough on that, but we'll see what the call is. Maybe an illegal block.
Yeah, indication for the official with 2 hands in front of his body. I believe we're looking at some sort of illegal block or block in the back. Yeah, a Team Saskatchewan player 2-hand shoved an Alberta player. We'll see here. It's so yeah. Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. Team Alberta seems to be backing up, but I thought this penalty was against Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, the officials are discussing this one, so we'll see here.
I thought the culprit was 45 or 42 from Team Sask, but I might be mistaken.
Owen Parker coming back on. We do not have the ability to check with the sidelines to see how Nash Marzoff is doing, but hopefully he is okay on that sideline. We'll see after half.
And Marzoff is standing tall and looks to be okay on the bench there near his teammates and coaches. And okay, I think I might have seen it correctly.
You did.
The penalty is applied in favor of Team Alberta. That's a Team Saskatchewan player with the unconventional block in the back while you're running down the field and trying to make a tackle. But there was a 2-hand shove there that could not be missed.
Yeah, so good field position here for Team Alberta. Ball on the 50-yard line, right hash. Owen Parker in at quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to look to throw quickly to his right on that hit screen to Olum Benjo, I believe, quickly brought down, but a decent first down play. Sorry, that's number 3 that time with the reception. That's Zachary Arlane.
And I like what I'm seeing on Team Alberta. So, when you play a team who's giving you cover 3 all game long, cover 3 hold, cover 3 cut, don't matter. Just go ahead and try to connect on those 5-6 yard, hitches or slants or flat routes. They're giving those to you, so go to them, take them.
Arlane out of the Calgary Cowboys program in Alberta. Parker takes that snap. He's going to be a QB draw that time and keeps his feet moving and ends up getting that first down.
Yeah, good play call on 2nd and short. Again, when your quarterback is the one running with the ball, you get an extra blocker. So you've got numbers advantage. It's a good, safe play call when you trust your quarterback to be tough enough to run it up the gut, and good first down.
Trevin Wiggins on the tackle there for Team Saskatchewan, but that is a first down for Alberta. Time running here. They still do have 2 timeouts left. Parker's got 3 to his left, looks to throw this time. He's going to take a deep shot that time to the right, and that one's going to fall incomplete. He had his receiver.
He had Zachary Arlane, who won his one-on-one matchup, which, against cover 3 hold, you'd expect that corner to be on top of it. But, having ran a number of short routes, Zachary Arlane must have made a nice little move and gone behind coverage. He sure did, a little stutter step. And, just out of his reach. This is a missed opportunity for Team Alberta, who could have felt really good before halftime, but they still get a chance at it here on 2nd and 10.
So 35 seconds left here. Time stopped. Ball on the 38-yard line. Owen Parker. And this time it's going to be a timeout. And Team Alberta is going to use their first one this half.
Now, here's one thing, Chris, I'm not understanding yet. We've got Xander Odenyo, perhaps one of the best athletes on the field. He's tall. He's got good hands. He makes people miss. He's also tough. I just feel like they haven't found a way to get him the ball. Now, is that because Team Saskatchewan is shading a good cover player on top of them, or what's happening there in your point of view?
Yeah, it's possible. Obviously, the player of the game for Team Alberta on Wednesday in their win against Team BC. So, someone we talked about earlier that we expected to call a bit more. He's been returning, doing a good job there, but they haven't really been able to find a way to get him the ball on offense.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the stats here from last game, and I know it's a different game, but I'm quickly doing some mental math. He's got over 50%, maybe 55% of his team's yardage between the run and pass, right? They fed him the ball as a runner, they fed him the ball as a receiver, and I guess I was expecting more of that today, and I don't think they want to wait too long before getting him involved.
No, we see him line up over here on the left side to Owen Parker in the slot, 2nd and 10. We'll see if they maybe try and take a shot
wide.
here. We do see a cover 2 look from Team Saskatchewan. Parker takes that snap, throws it over the middle of him to Odenya, but falls incomplete.
He was lined up wider than usual, almost inviting, some space for that quick slant up in the middle, and he ran a bit of a slant diagonal route. I thought they might get him on that, but went up with one hand, tried to catch that ball, and fell harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah,
3rd and 10.
Team Alberta is going to send on the punt team here. 30 seconds left. Olivia, are you a little surprised they maybe don't take a shot here? 30 seconds left. Are they just going to try and pin Team Sask deep here and get out of here with the score as it is?
I am surprised. It's 17-0. You need to find a way to score. You can't wait too long. And I think a turnover here with 26, 25 seconds left, you're not in danger of really making it easy for Sask to get points. I'm surprised to see this being a punt.
Yeah, so they will punt this one away. Potgarter back to return, and that one's going to go out of bounds. All things considered, a good punt in the end for
absolutely.
For Alberta.
Once you've made the decision, this is the result you want. So Team Sask starts with 24 seconds left on their own 5-yard line. Odds are we're going to the half here with a 17-0 deficit.
Nice punt by Sebastian Alatorre Hinojosa as Team Saskatchewan comes on here. 24 seconds left. See if they just try and run the ball, see if Marcus Adams Jr. can maybe break a tackle or two, and then go from there. If they'll just get what they can and get out of here with a lead.
I'm expecting to see Cohen Phillips come in as well, number 22, the second running back for Team Saskatchewan. He's a player who's got not a lot of experience playing 12-a-side. He's been playing a lot of 6-a-side as Team Sask here likes to take a first knee and likely will take 2 or 3. I'd like to see Cohen Phillips get in the game as well. Another one of these ball carriers for Team Sask who's been pretty special. Obviously, it's hard to get Marcus Adams off the field. He's the MVP right now on offense. Although Gavin Newell is playing a heck of a game as well, finding Maber in a few key catches and finding Nick Pierce. And the offense is doing pretty well. They have so many options. Looking at the stats, 17 different players touched the ball for Team Saskatchewan last game. That's a lot of guys on offense.
So that will bring us to the end of the first half. Team Saskatchewan leading Team Alberta 17-0 here in the gold medal game of the 2024 U16 Western Challenge. And we'll be back after the half.
job today. You're good. We did good last day too. Today you're feeling more comfortable with the sport, kind of have an understanding. Yeah. Sometimes I find myself like, oh wait, they're punching. It's like, whoa, they're doing this, but we're keeping up pretty good. Yeah. I think it's 3. Like it's 3 tries. Yeah, and then the 4th down. That's when they have to punt it to the other end or whatever. But if they get if they're close to the field goal range, the 2 stick. Oh yeah, they are. They're getting ready. Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the second half of this gold medal game here in the 2024 U16 Western Challenge. Team Saskatchewan leading Team Alberta 17-0. Olivier, you have some halftime stats for us.
Yeah, Team Saskatchewan leading the way in first downs, 9-6. The yardage is closer than I thought it would be. 195 for Team Sask, 106 for Team Alberta. I guess there's a turnover on Team Alberta's side. You know, that interception made a difference. Team Saskatchewan leading, of course, 17-0. Marcus Adams on the ground, 11:52. Alberta's done a good job containing him, right? He's below 5 yards of carry. He was well above that last game. On the receiving side of things, as we find our stats here, Gavin Newell is at 50%, 5 of 10 for 132 and a touchdown. When he's hit big ones, right? So that's make a big difference for them. And on Alberta's side, they are 5 for 13 passing, so they're struggling in that department a little bit. Only 80 yards on their side, but again, it's been a good game so far. Statistically closer than I thought it might be, or closer than the score indicates, 17-0. But good football game.
So, Team Alberta getting ready to kick this one off here for the second half. Xavier Maloney getting ready to kick this one off. That one's going to bounce at around the 27-yard line. Bobbled at the point of attack there. Packgarter picks it up off the bounce. Breaks a couple tackles. He's got room on the right side this time. He's going to use that speed and finally brought down around the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a big-time play, you know, after the bobble, just finding some room, made a good move in the middle, and then bounced it out. I mean, Team Saskatchewan will get to start on the 34-yard line.
Yeah.
That's a big-time play for Team Sask. It's a bit of a nightmare start for Team Alberta here, who are, you know, probably had their halftime talk and hoping to start fast, but it's Team Saskatchewan having a chance to really create some damage.
Tough spot for Team Alberta, obviously, to start this second half after giving up that big return. Gavin Newell still in at quarterback. Marcus Adams Jr. to his right takes that snap, and he's going to hand it off. Marcus Adams up the middle that time. Nice run. Breaks a tackle. He's going to keep going, try and split those defenders, and he will for a 34-yard touchdown. Marcus Adams Jr.
Touchdown Saskatchewan, and that is a big one. It's a dagger early on. It's a second of the day for Marcus Adams. You know, we just said he was 555. I guess he's 6 for 90 now. This is really opened up the game. Two massive plays to start the half. Team Saskatchewan taking advantage of their halftime, and I don't know what kind of oranges or muffins they got at halftime, but it sure paid dividend.
That's right. Probably not, the muffins probably aren't as good as Chantel Owensworth muffins, our Regina Ride team manager, but whatever they did, it's working. And that extra point attempt is up and good. That will give Team Saskatchewan a 24-0 lead here early in the third quarter.
This is not what Team Alberta wanted, right? They wanted to stay close during this game as long as possible, maybe giving them a chance to make something big happen in the fourth, but the game is starting to escape from them. They're not playing bad. It's just Team Saskatchewan has been near perfect today.
One of the things I love about Marcus Adams Jr. and the way he runs the ball is when he gets to the second level, he's not looking for the sideline. He's putting his head down and trying to split defenders. And that time, he tried to do it earlier in the game, had a big gain, but got tackled that time. He splits them both and takes it all the way for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's showing traits of elite running backs, you know, which you rarely see at a young age, because the younger the football is, the more you can rely on your speed to go around defenders and make big plays. But he's making his big plays right in the middle where it's tougher. And that's going to serve him well as he continues to grow as an athlete.
Trevin Wiggins set to kick this one off for Team Sask as the ball is put in the air. Nice kick that time, caught on the 14-yard line by Odenyo that time. He's going to try and hit the sideline that time. He's not going to have much space, though. Finally brought down by number 20 for Team Saskatchewan. That is Tucker Prodale out of Prince Albert Carleton Crusaders.
And it's another good return, but the coverage has just been so good by Team Saskatchewan. I know I'm repeating myself here, but we've both noticed it. Those special teams units from Team Saskatchewan have been dominant all tournament long, and no exception today in the gold medal game.
We see Owen Parker still in at quarterback. Nash Marzoff was injured in the first half. It looks like he's okay on the sideline, but Owen Parker's going to start the second half for Team Alberta. Parker takes that snap. He's going to hand off to Nkongo, that time with a pulling guard, but met right away by a handful of Team Saskatchewan defenders. I believe that is Nixon Goldstone in there once again, leading the way at that linebacker position.
Yeah, that front seven is tough to dislodge from their position, right? They're playing their gaps. They're being sound. They don't necessarily have to play aggressive in terms of blitzing and play calls. They're reading and reacting. Clearly a good unit of linebackers. We were told that all six returning. I'm wrong on that. 6 of their players are starters are actually linebackers by trade, so 3 of them are playing different positions today.
When Parker will throw over the middle this time, he has a receiver. Nice catch on the play and hit, but holds on to it. Number 24, that is Sebastian Alatorre Hinojosa. We've seen him punting the ball, but he can also do it as a receiver.
Alatorre Hinojosa making a great play there. Alberta needs those big chunk plays to get back in the game. You know, you don't want to push it downfield too much, be too aggressive. You got to hit one once in a while, and that was a big one.
So good job by Owen Parker and Hinojosa there. 1st and 10, ball on the 53-yard line. Parker takes it, fakes into Congo this time. He's going to hit Odenyo outside that time, and he's going to get dragged down, eventually brought down by number 38, Triven Wiggins, just holding on to that ankle.
Yeah, they're trying to get him involved. I think it's good. Let's get the ball, number 11. He's one of the best players on the field, and what could have been a loss of 2 ends up being a gain of 3. So good job on Odenyo's part to make sure it's a positive gain.
So 2nd and 7, right at the 50-yard line now. Owen Parker lines up with 3 to his left, tight end to his right. Takes the snap, looks quickly to number 3. That's Zachary Arlane, catches it, and he's going to get a Team Alberta first down.
Yeah, Arlane's been doing a good job today. Like, nothing too flashy, right? He's been patient against, playing in the sideline, making the catches. And what I like about him, he's looking to get extra yards after he catches the ball, right? Great job getting those yards after catch and moving the chains again for Team Alberta.
Arlane out of Calgary, playing for the Calgary Cowboy program. See a few of those players here on this U16 Team Alberta roster. Owen Parker takes the snap, looks to throw this time. He's going to have to scramble himself that time. Puts it down as a flag down on the play. Makes Goldstone miss, but this one's probably coming back.
Yeah, it's a 7-yard gain by the quarterback, finding a way to get some yards after the secondary kind of did their job. But I think the O-line is going to get caught here on a hold.
We wait for head official Yves Lalonde there, and it is a hold against Team Alberta, so that's going to push them back to a 1st and 20.
Again, difficult place to be as a coordinator, but maybe you've got 3 downs to play with now, down 24-0. So they might not look to get necessarily every yard here on 1st or even 2nd down, knowing they've got 3 downs to play with. But they need to get something positive out of this 1st down.
Is this a good time to start my crusade of holding should only be a 5-yard penalty in Canadian football?
But we do have time to talk about it, so go for it, Chris.
That's true. Although it's about to be whistled in. Just, thinking about being a 3-down Canadian football, it's surprising that it's a 10-yard penalty. It's one of the biggest ones you can have. And I'm a defensive guy, so I shouldn't dislike it. But
no, but you're right. You go contrary to the game, the American games they play. When you have 4 downs, a 10-yard penalty, means so much. When you have 3 downs, a 10-yard penalty means that much more.
Parker that time rolls out, and there's going to be another flag down this time, and a couple receivers in the area, and I think this one's going to be another holding call, and it is. If you're Team Sask, do you accept it, make it 1st and 30, or just take the 2nd and 20?
I think you do. It's 24-0. You're backing them up even more. You're going to force them to throw the ball deep. You know that. You're playing a lot of cover 3 anyways. You're happy to say go ahead and chuck it, but contrary to what I say, maybe that's not why I'm not down there and I'm up here in the booth. They will decline this. It'll be 2nd and 20.
No, you've been down there a few times, but Team SAS declining that one, as we see Executive Director of Regina Minor Football, Len Antonini, down there doing a great job here at Leibel Field in Regina.
50-50.
Owen Parker in the gun here. Takes that snap, going to keep it himself that time, has to make a few people miss, and they're just going to get 4 or 5 yards on the play here.
No, that's tough on 2nd and 20. So we're looking at 3rd and 16, and the punt team trotting onto the field here, not what they wanted.
So Team Alberta will send the punt team on here.
A couple times here where the offenses have been given the luxury of perhaps a a long play clock, let's say. The zeros have been hitting before the ball is snapped by quite a bit, and maybe some leniency on the side of the officials today with the hot weather and the gold medal game. And
Alatori Hinojosa does a good job to catch that high snap, punts it away. It's going to land right behind a Team Sask player. Potgieter is going to have to jump on that. It's going to be a no yards, so they'll get a few extra yards there from that penalty.
Took me a while to find the flag there. I was confused to say there was no yard flag. That's a clear no yard violation. So Team Saskatchewan will take over on what should be the 27-yard line. 32-yard line. We'll find out soon. Well, Chris, not the game we expected in terms of the score, 24-zip. I mean, we knew Team Saskatchewan was very, very strong. We thought the score might be a bit closer at this point in the game. Statistically, it's been a bit closer than that, if you ask me, but Team Saskatchewan really continues to show, the program they've built, the culture they have, the continuity they have in their programs, and we're going to have a chance to watch and comment on their U18 program as well. It's excelled. They're obviously proud of what they've built. We had a chance to run into the general manager, Brendan Bennett, the other day, and kind of said, we have a very strong team this year. The players are working hard. The coaching staff are working hard, and it's not by accident, right? It's very well designed in how they do things.
So, is a no yards call. However, there is also a penalty against Team Saskatchewan, so it's actually going to put them back 5 yards. So that's where they'll start on the 14-yard line now. Gavin Newell still in at quarterback. Marcus Adams Jr. to his left. He'll take the snap. He will hand it off to Marcus Adams Jr. that time, but good job by the Alberta D-line limiting that gain.
Yeah, and that's what's really tough for Alberta is that when they do a good job limiting it, it's still a 4 or 5 yard carry, right? So Team Saskatchewan feeling very good about the run game, and obviously it opens up the play action, which they don't need to rely on so much now, being up 24-0. But at some point in the game they'll go to that fake counter and they'll boot away. But yeah, having such a strong offensive line and run game has been helpful for them.
Newell takes the snap. He'll hand it off again to Marcus Adams Jr. that time and keeps his feet moving. He's going to be close to a first down here. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, we got one official here showing a first down where he's standing, but we'll see if we get a signal.
Connor Woods in on the tackle out of Bonnyville for Team Alberta. And that will be a Team Saskatchewan first down.
Again, we knew this coming in. It's a tough task for Team Alberta to stop this O-line and run game attack from Team Sask. They have 3 returning players on the O-line. It's 2 returning O-linemen, and a running back from last year who's playing O-line now. It's a tough unit.
Newell fakes it that time, gets hit on the play, intended for Potgieter, but nice job covering that play. That's number 13, Xavier Senji.
Well, second and long. This is what Team Alberta wants, to force Team Saskatchewan to pass. See if they elect to keep as many players in the box or not. But this is what they want.
So 2nd and 10, ball on the 25. Nice play that time on defense for Team Alberta, getting pressure in the backfield. Newell has quads to his right, empty backfield now. Good job by that O-line this time. Finds a receiver, that's Ethan Mamer, but brought down short of that first down. It's actually going to be close. We'll see what kept his feet moving. Might have got that.
Yeah, and forward progress was marked by the official about 1 yard short before he started fighting for all those. I don't know where he's going to end up. This might be closer than it seemed at first. I like what we saw to quarterback Gavin Newell on that. They called a wheel route to the boundary. So running back, leaving the backfield early, running a wheel route. It's a bit of a shot play. That's what they want to go. He saw right away Alberta's in a cover 3 look, right? They've got or in a deep zone coverage look, I should say, and that's taken away. So he doesn't panic. He goes back to his second read, finds his receiver for a decent gain and chance at a first down.
So Team Sask sends on the punt team. It is 3rd and 1.
I don't see a punter on the field.
Sorry, the jumbo. They sub in so many for this jumbo formation, so Newell's just going to stay under center. see maybe if they're trying to just get Alberta to go offside. And it looks like Team Alberta doing a good job that time. Timeout being called by Team Sask. Now we'll see if they just decide to keep the jumbo on or not, as we now see the punt team come on.
Yeah, good disciplined play with Team Alberta defense. We talk about it all the time, especially at this level of play. Do we just go and try to make the opposition jump offside? If not, we'll take a timeout or a delay game or a procedure penalty. But no, good job by Team Alberta holding down the fort and perhaps getting the ball back. I mean, I'm surprised a little bit. Team Saskatchewan has shown that they like to go for it in these situations, but with the score being 24-zip, I think they feel like they're in control and their defense been playing well, so why not and go and punt this ball away.
Yeah, Wiggins back to punt here for Team Sask. Wiggins takes that snap, gets this punt away, bounces at the 40-yard line, picked up right there off that bounce. He has some room out there, but brought down quickly by number 42. That's Jackson Gordon-Govell. He's had a few tackles on special teams today.
Yeah, he's playing really well. I know special teams guys, we gotta mention them. We can't forget about them. They run down the field as hard as they can, and it's special teams a fun part of the game where you have to sprint and go full speed through the traffic and try to make a play.
We see Nkongo come on late here from the sideline. Owen Parker still in at quarterback, tight end to his right. Motions his receivers. This time he'll hand it off. Actually keep it himself that time. Reads the end, but ends up being a loss on the play.
It's too bad. Owen Parker almost got away. He had a couple receivers open on this run-pass option type of look where clearly the O-line is blocking for the run, but receivers are working their way towards the sideline in case the quarterback keeps it. That was close to being a big gain, but hard to get out of the grass with that Saskatchewan defense.
So 2nd and 12 now for Team Alberta. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Ball on the left hash. Parker takes the snap. He will throw, looks to his right. He has Arlane that time, hits him. He's going to have to make someone miss. And he's brought down right away, but not before he gets a first down.
Arlane being one of these bright spots for the Alberta offense. He's got himself a good 3 or 4 receptions already today, almost getting a first down every time he touches the ball. They're going to keep feeding him until Saskatchewan takes that away.
Yeah, Ethan Wilson with the tackle for Team Sask on that. Arlane having a good game as that moves the chains for Team Alberta, now on the right hash, 54-yard line.
Go Alberta and Cole Carr, says Brett. Keep sending in your comments and who you're cheering from, who you're cheering for, and who you're watching from in the comment section.
Arlane takes that jet sweep, but ends up getting tackled in the backfield. Great pressure by Team Saskatchewan there, led by number 38, Traven Wiggins.
Showed a bit of frustration there, punching the ball away. I'm happy he got away without getting a penalty there because obviously he's just showing a bit of frustration. He wants to do well, and his team is looking at a 2nd and long.
2nd and 13. Owen Parker in the gun. Takes that snap, looks to throw. He's going to try and hit Arlane deep on a seam route, on a streak, and there's going to be a PI call on that, and that's going to give Alberta a first down.
Now in amateur football, it's only a 15-yard penalty, right? So even though the flag occurred 25, 30 yards down the field, we're looking at a 15-yard gain and a first down for Team Alberta. I mean, they have to start taking shots. It's 24-0. We're approaching the end of the third quarter. There's 2 minutes 17 left on the clock. You have to go for it if you're Team Alberta right now.
So it is going to give them a first down. They'll take it however they can get it right now.
Go Sask and Will Clark, number 24, cheering you on from Toronto. Thank you, Amanda, for chiming in.
So ball is placed on the 42-yard line after that pass interference. Parker and Nkongo in the backfield. Motions in this time. He's going to take that snap. He's going to look to throw this time. Has to scramble, sets his feet, scrambles once again, has a receiver. That time it's Odenyo, and finally they find him downfield.
Yeah, it's been tough to find Odenyo. I think Team Saskatchewan knows as well as we do that he's the playmaker and they got to stop him, so they've been They've been trying to keep him under wrap, but good job, Alberta, finding him there for another key first down. Let's go Cole Carr. That's 2 of you cheering for Cole Carr from Auntie Melody watching back at home.
Cole Carr, defensive lineman, made some nice plays in this tournament. Alberta offense moving here. Owen Parker in at quarterback. Empty backfield. He's going to roll out to his left. He's pressured right away, though, and he's going to take a big sack. Finally brought down by number 91, Cash McDowell.
That's a loss of 9 yards on what seemed like, I don't want to say untouched defender, but the speed he came off the ball. I mean, you rarely get in the backfield that fast, so great job, the Saskatchewan defender coming off the edge, just beating the left tackle on that one with pure speed.
Yeah, Cash McDowell out of the Yorkton Regional Gritter program. Yorkton known for their O&D linemen, consistently churning out great athletes there. So 2nd and 18 now. Team Alberta in a tough spot after that last play. Owen Parker motions Odenyo across. He's going to take the snap. He's going to play action, look to throw. He has to scramble once again. He's going to throw it to our lane. He's kind of got him on that route. Dives for it, but falls incomplete.
Great effort there, trying to make something out of that play and finding an escape. Almost got Arlene just out of reach on the receiver, who dove and extended and tried to make that grab.
So Team Alberta subbing on here. We'll see if they're maybe going to attempt the field goal or if they're choosing just to punt this one away. We'll see.
Cheering on Chase and Devon and Carter, and tell you what, these Team Alberta fans, you guys keep going at it in the chat, and yes, absolutely. Keep your heads up. Team Alberta is playing good. Team Saskatchewan has just shown a lot of strength and physicality, but both teams are displaying excellent football here and both deserving to be in this gold medal game.
So 3rd and 18, Team Alberta will punt it. Hinojosa has to catch that high snap. He's going to be in trouble here. Does a good job to get away from that pressure and get that punt away. Nick Pierce is going to try and get it there. We'll see if that's touched or not. I'm not sure who fell on that. It looks like Team Saskatchewan did not end up with it. So if they call that a touch, this could be Alberta ball.
Yeah, Team Alberta is going to act like it's their ball, but the flag has been thrown here. It's likely no yards unless the officials saw a touch, which we couldn't see from up here. Is it close? Yes. Do I blame Team Alberta for acting and celebrating against their ball? No, I would have done the same thing, but I think we're going to see a first down Team Saskatchewan here.
Yeah, and good job by Hinojosa to just catch that high snap and get that away, because that could have been an even bigger loss for Team Alberta. As it is a no yards call. So Team Sask will take over. 1st and 10, 5 seconds left here, end of the 3rd quarter. Ball on the 18-yard line. Hands it off in the middle, but Alberta D-line doing a nice job limiting that gain in on the tackle, number 2, Joel Resch.
Snipe Show 25 telling us that Winter Reynolds Putman needs to be out there. He's the next Tyreek Hill. Shout out to Winter Reynolds Putman. Can't wait to see it. The cheetah himself in action. Go Sask and the Campbell Tartan, says Rylan Holmberg.
I love a good Campbell shout out.
Love a good Campbell shout out. Cook it up, Caden. The chat is lively now that we've started giving our shout outs. I mean, why not? Let's have some fun in the chat.
Great. You've opened up the floodgates.
24 U16 Western Challenge would like to thank Trademark Designs for their support.
So Team Sask leading Team Alberta here. 1 quarter remaining in this 2024 U16 Western Challenge here at Leibel Field in Regina in this gold medal game. Olivier, really looking forward to the U18 tournament starting up here tomorrow, Football Canada Cup, as well the U18 Women's Tournament for Football Canada in a couple weeks in New Brunswick. You'll be there coaching in that tournament, and it's just exciting to see Football Canada events here going on this summer.
So much. Just flag football. There was the IFAF Championship where the U20 team, beat Japan in the finals, and Team USA getting knocked out by Austria, and I'll stop here for a second.
As Marcus Adams Jr. breaking tackles once again and just churning yards here, adding to his stats for this tournament.
Yeah, another 38, 40-yard gain on that. As we get back to it, it's a very busy season for Football Canada right now between all the flag tournaments, the U20 International, right, the IFAF, they've won gold. It's absolutely amazing. This U16 tournament has been a success, right? The fans and the stands have been full. We're getting an average of about 600 people per webcast. It has been very, very good. So that's been really, really nice. And Ryan, you're right. It was Miller Marauders, not Campbell. I got that one wrong earlier, giving the shout out, but I guess we can give shout out to many high schools.
As they tried that jet sweep to Nick Pierce, but I believe they meant to keep that as it falls on the ground, and that's going to be a loss there for Team Sask.
Yeah, and just back to it, lots of football being played. And yes, the U18 tournament begins tomorrow. That's 4 games for us. We go back to back to back to back at Mosaic Stadium. As we come back to Libo later in the week, and then again for the finals in Mosaic, that'll be a fun tournament. There's some of the U18 Team Alberta boys are here cheering on their younger brothers today, so it's nice to see them in the crowd.
So second and long, Gavin Newell takes a snap. As we see Nick Pierce come in that time, he hands it off inside, but that's not going to go anywhere. Short gain on the play, and third and long coming up.
Cole Carr being the fan favorite for sure. His entire family out of New Brunswick is watching you. That's amazing. And then Barry Fraser getting a shout out, and Connor and Ethan Coet from Red Deer. Cole again, the next Lamar Jackson for D-line. There's not many Lamar Jacksons playing D-line, so that's nice to see.
No, not too many of those. That's right.
Good shout-outs.
You mentioned Team Alberta. The Team Alberta Indigenous team won gold at the Indigenous Challenge, I believe, last week in Alberta as well, which is awesome to see.
That's right. Yeah, it is really, really neat, and I'll get a chance to coach on the under-18 female Indigenous team for Team Canada in a couple weeks, taking place in Fredericton, New Brunswick. So that's neat as well. It's great to see the growth of the game on the female side. It's great to see the growth of the game on the flag side, on the Indigenous side. Our sport is growing.
Yeah, it's great to see Football Canada hosting so many awesome tournaments. Really looking forward to the Senior Women's National Tournament the next time that happens. It's been a while, so looking forward to when they get that going again, as Trayvon Wiggins' punt goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
The Flash has signed in, saying hi to Nick Pierce, who's been a good player on this tournament. Nick Pierce, a 14-year-old player, and he's been used in a very versatile way on offense, all sorts of different ways. Carried the ball, caught the ball, pass protection.
So Owen Parker takes that snap. He has O'Daniel coming across. He's got a lot of room this time on the left side, following his lead blocker. Great job by number 52, his lineman, Brady Deckert, leading the way.
Yeah. Brady Deckert of the Millwoods Grizzlies in Edmonton leading the way, and I like what we saw the quarterback there, being patient. Don't outrun your O-lineman. Let's just stay behind the O-lineman, let him do his job, and I'll burst with speed afterwards. It deserves a first down.
That will move the chains. Ball now on the 49. Under 10 minutes left here in the game. Parker's going to take that snap. He's going to look to throw, looks to his left. He's going to take a deep shot to our lane over the middle, and that one's going to fall incomplete.
Owen Parker's pass.
Ryan Ruddock getting a shout as well. I love that we're getting to shout out our O-linemen. We don't talk about those guys enough.
In coverage, number 30.
Two good, I would say, offensive lines in his gold medal game. There's no real weakness on the field on either side. Some really, really good, strong teams.
So 2nd and 10 coming up now for Team Alberta. Owen Parker trying to get it to Zachary Arlane on that last play. He's made some nice plays today. Parker takes the snap. Looks like some early movement. Not called on the time. He gets lit up on the play, but gets a ball away to O'Daniel for maybe 4 yards as Parker's slow to get up.
It looked like a 3rd and 6, and I think you're going to see Alberta go for this now. Nothing to lose at this point, 24-zip. They want to get on the board. They want to feel good. Whether they win or lose this game, they want to finish this game strong. There's no doubt.
As the offense will stay on. Third and 7 here for Owen Parker. He'll take the snap, look to his left, and he throws it to O'Daniel that time right at the sticks. stretches the ball forward, and that's going to move the chains for a first down.
Yeah, and the official was in perfect spot there to see that stretch and put his foot exactly where it should be. It'll be first down for Team Alberta. Really, really nice. You guys are making me laugh in the comment. I'm not going to mention that last one. Good football. It's been a ton of fun, and good to see a few rotations here as well. Some players get on the field for Team Sask on defense.
Ball right at the 50-yard line now. Owen Parker takes the snap. He's going to be a QB draw that time. Finds a bit of a hole there, but met right away by the linebacker. I believe that is Traven Wiggins making a great play.
Up in the backfield by number 38, Traven Wiggins.
That is Trevin Wiggins, the punter kicker extraordinaire.
He can do a little bit of everything.
We've seen him on special teams, make some big tackles. Clearly a good defender as well, a well-rounded athlete. Cheering on our cousin Xander, all the way from Ontario, watching from NOD. North of Dudney here in Regina.
So 2nd and 9 now for Owen Parker. He'll take the snap, look to throw quickly to his right. He has our lane, catches that. He's going to have to make someone miss. Gets tackled, but does move the chains for a first down.
Tell you what, Zach Arlane has done his job today. He plays that wide out position where you might not see as many targets as some of your slot backs, but he's been open. You know, like Team Saskatchewan playing a cover 3 hold situation, kind of saying, you want to throw it to the flats for 5-6 yards, do it all day. And Arlane's just made the best of those opportunities. He's catching everything, and he's getting yards for them.
So that's another big first down for Team Alberta. Under 7 minutes left here now in this gold medal game. Parker takes the snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to try and look for our lane, and it's not there. He's going to throw that over the middle, and Odenyo coming back to the ball, saving an interception there.
All right, great job, Odenyo. He's the kind of guy, you put the ball close to him, good things will happen. Another first down for Team Alberta with a little bit under 6 minutes and a half to go in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, good job by Odenyo coming back there. Dangerous throw, but doing a good job moving the sticks, and a good drive here for Alberta.
Aiden McGrath getting some love, linebacker for Team Saskatchewan. These kids are balling out, some real talent in those trenches. I agree with your comment, Carlos. Absolutely.
Parker takes the snap, looking to his right again. He's going to throw that into double coverage, and it's going to be almost complete. That's a great throw for Parker, intended for our lane, but falls incomplete.
Yeah, good shot to take there. I love the play call. That's really, really nice. And our lane just outstretched. They've really went to him a lot today, and with reason, he's been playing great.
So 2nd and 10 now coming up.
See if they go back to Xander Odenyo here. If they stick to trying to fit the ball into our lane, you can expect Saskatchewan to be in cover 3 here, giving a little bit of room to Zach.
Parker's going to roll to his left that time and gets that ball away to Odenyo. Tough chance or catch there, attempted catch, and that falls incomplete as we see Goldstone celebrating that.
Yeah, a rare one to hit Odenyo's hands and not result in a completion. It's going to be 3rd and long.
So Alberta will go for this, obviously.
Really nice drive here by Team Alberta. You know, kind of just taking their shots, going for it, and with success. You know, they've marched all the way down the 25-yard line. You want to see them punch one in here late in the game to deserve it. We'll see what they dial up here on 3rd and 10.
Parker's got 3 to his left, to his right, takes the snap. Looks quickly to his right, gets hit on the play, but gets it away, and that one's going to fall incomplete, resulting in a turnover on downs.
Tell you what, I'm proud of the game that Owen Parker is playing. He's under pressure all game long because of that Team Saskatchewan and how strong their D-line is, and he knew he was going to get hit on that play, but it's 3rd and 10, and he says, I'm going to throw it up and try to give my receivers a chance, even though I know I'm going to take one on the chin here. But great job, Owen Parker, on that drive and all tournament long.
So Team Sask will take over on the 25-yard line. 5 minutes left here in this gold medal battle. Xavier Gatton now in at quarterback. Under center, takes that. He will hand it off inside, breaks a tackle, and gets a good 7 yards on that run.
Now that's Cohen Phillips who's in the game finally. Cohen averaged 8 yards a carry last game. He had 11 for 88. He is one of these 6-a-side, 5-star athletes. He hasn't played a lot of 12-man football or 12-a-side football, and he's playing 6-a-side, but he got himself a carry there. And I could be mistaken. Maybe that was number 33, Ryan Giebert.
So Gatton now with split back in the backfield in the gun. Takes that snap, will hand it off again inside. That time he will move the chains for a first down.
Handoff once again goes to Cohen Phillips.
And
that is Cohen Phillips. My apologies. I was correct and wrong and correct again.
First down.
So 4 minutes left here. Team Sask just going to keep the ball on the ground and try and run some clock off.
Yeah, some real stellar receivers on Team Alberta. I'll tell you what, you take any player that you've seen on the field today in this gold medal game. These are good athletes. They're well coached. I thought both coaching staff did a great job preparing their kids. And if you got a friend playing in this, you can feel really good about their performance because it's good football out there.
Gatton hands it off to Phillips again. David Crosino in on the tackle out of St. Albert there. Doing a nice job limiting that gain as a Team Saskatchewan just going to keep this one on the ground again. Coming down to the 3-minute warning here. I want to thank Sports Canada TV for helping make this broadcast happen. Gatton motions his receivers, takes that snap. Play action that time. He's going to look over the middle to his riffle teammate and falls incomplete.
Nice pass attempt by Gatton. I like he took his shot here getting the game late. He's a good quarterback. He had a nice completion last game for 19 yards, and he's getting a bit of playing time here again. He's going to be one of those QBs for the future. Xavier Gatton, if I'm not mistaken, is only 14 years old. He's got a sister that's played a lot of football as well, the quarterback position for the Regina Victorias. So, yeah, football runs in the family.
Yeah.
Quarterbacking runs in the family.
That's right. Yeah, both great quarterbacks as we saw that intended for Winter Reynolds-Putman that we talked about a bit earlier. Great to see him getting an attempt. As that will bring us to the 3-minute warning now as plays whistled in. Wiggins takes the snap. He'll punt to Odenyo. Catches that in the air that time and brought down after a few yards. Decent return there for Odenyo, just short of the 50-yard line.
By number 11, Sandro Odenyo brings it up across the 45-yard line, 48. First down, Alberta.
Cole Carr getting a lot of love on the chat. Number 82, clearly the fan favorite today here, Chris.
So Team Alberta will take over on the 49-yard line. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left here in this game.
Watching from Nova Scotia, I can't believe there are U16s. Yeah, these boys are not small. They're physical, they're strong, they're intelligent. It's been great football all week long.
Screen pass here for Team Alberta, complete to Nkongo. Tough runner, and he gets a good 8 or 9 yards on that play.
Yeah, Nkongo, every time he touches the ball, I kind of say, why not more? He's a really good football player. He makes people miss. That Team Alberta offense, they've got a lot of really good players. You know, we talked about Zach Arlene quite a bit, Xander Odenyo. Both quarterbacks are quite capable, but Wentz Nkongo, great football player as well.
Yeah, Aiden McGrath in on the tackle for Team Sask there. So 2nd and 1 now for Team Alberta. Parker takes the snap. Going to be a QB draw. Some good blocking inside that time. Finds a hole. Heads for that sideline. Runs into his own receiver. Keeps going, though, and that's a good run by Owen Parker.
I'll tell you what I love about this. You've got a quarterback, down 24-0 in a gold medal game with 2 minutes left, and he says, I'm not done. I'm not quitting. I'm going to run as hard as I can. That's a great run with Team Alberta. You know they want to punch one in here. There's something they want to do before going home, and I'll be honest, I think they deserve to get one.
Cohen Day eventually bringing Owen Parker down. Parker and Nkongo in the backfield now. He'll look to pass. Looks to his left. Caught to Odenyo. That's going to be another 9-yard gain or so, close to a first down.
Yeah, I love the little waggle by the wide receiver, number 7, Ryland Parker. Ryland Park got in front of Adenio, kind of created a bit of a rub as they ran a bit of a smash concept, a little corner route on top and a shorter out, or maybe 2 deep, 2 outs. But yeah, very nice combination there by the receivers.
Tucker Prodale with the coverage there. Owen Parker takes, he's going to roll to his right. He has a receiver open if he wants him. Number 22, that's intended for him, but falls incomplete. Isaac Vandergreen.
And Isaac Vandergreen, who we talked about last game, 3 days ago, he was so involved in blocking. I thought he was one of the best blockers on the field there. I would have loved to see him come down with reception. I feel like he's had a good tournament, and his team needed one there. But it's 3rd and short, and they're going to go for it.
Owen Parker showing great athleticism and great accuracy on the run as well.
Yeah, he's been impressive. I thought of him as more as a runner because we saw how well he ran the ball last game. But today he's shown his ability to throw on the run very accurately, I thought.
Yeah, as we see a timeout now for Team Alberta before this 3rd and 2, coming down to the last minute and a half in this gold medal game.
Please stay in the designated spectator area for the awards presentation after this game. Thank you.
So Olivier, long day of football coming up tomorrow for us, but wouldn't have it any other way. 4 back-to-back games at Mosaic Stadium. Going to be a lot of fun, and looking forward to doing the broadcast for Football Canada Cup.
Yeah, it should be fun, and if you've enjoyed these U16 games and you're a football fan, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the speed and strength of the athletes you're about to see the U18 level. Most of these players will end up playing U-Sport or CJFL if they so choose so. A lot of those players are multi-sport athletes. You might see them on the basketball court. It's really good football at the amateur level. It's fun for us. I hope you guys are having fun at home.
So 3rd and 2 here. Parker's got a split backfield beside him. He's just going to take this himself on the QB draw. Met right away, but breaks the tackle. He's going to hit the sideline, keeps his feet moving, and he's going to be close to the end zone. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark him just short. I thought he got there with the reach, but they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 1.
Well, who else than Owen Parker getting it done for his team on 3rd and short? I hope Owen and his family and everybody who's cheering on for him feels proud about what he's done. He's come in not as a starter, but as a rotational QB, and he's really shown that he deserves to be on the field. He's done great. He lost a shoe on that play. I'm just noticing now he's trying to get his shoe back on. So he lost that at about the 24-yard mark, and he made his way all the way to the 3 or the 2-yard line. So let's see how they choose to try to punch this in, if they'll reward Owen with a run up the gut here, or if they'll try to boot him out and get somebody else involved. But either way, Team Alberta getting a chance here, getting that touchdown to close the game.
Great job by the officials on that replay. You can see Parker just stepped out on the white line short. He did reach it, but was out of bounds before then. So Team Saskatchewan taking a timeout here. Obviously, Team Sask defense wanting to try and get a shutout here. But Team Alberta with a really good drive. Owen Parker doing a lot of it himself. As they break the huddle here, expect a very similar play call, as it is another split back formation. Owen Parker in the gun. Those running backs leak out. Parker's going to look to keep it himself this time, again off the left side, but pressured right away, and that's going to be a big loss. Tackled by number 99, Nat Elish, and number 40, Jude Drisner.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Owen Parker and the Alberta offense. They're now looking at a 1st and goal from the 8, very different than from the 2. As a big loss and a tough one. Yes, Gary, well said about Marcus Adam Jr. We had a chance to see his mother, Jessica, in the crowd. We had a quick chat in the last game, and she's obviously very proud of her son, Marcus Adam Jr., who's, as the head coach, Team Saskatchewan, says, is not only a complete running back, but he's a kid with really good head on his shoulders, just a good person all around who works hard and always wants to learn.
Absolutely. 2nd and goal now. Parker's going to take it. He's going to roll off to his right again. He's looking for Daniel, but he's going to be brought down for another huge loss, and that is Nixon Goldstone, the best defensive player in this tournament by far.
Yeah, Team Saskatchewan substituting on their starting defense to end this game, and what a difference it's made right away. These 2 players have been back-to-back sacks, and Team Alberta now faced with a 3rd and goal from the 19 or 20-yard line.
Yeah, and unfortunately on that play, we did see Owen Parker go down with an injury. So We'll see if Nash Marzov comes back in. He'd been out with an injury himself earlier in the game.
Now, by rule, Owen Parker can't stay in the game. He's got to take 3 plays off, so they're going to have to bring in, and I think I'm seeing the offensive coordinator speak with his quarterback, Nash Marzov, who's going to come back in here. It'd be a nice cherry on top for him to end the game with a completion for a touchdown, something nice for his team. He's played well. I thought he was instrumental to the win, 3 days ago against Team Manitoba, against Team British Columbia, pardon me. He did an excellent job on his zone reads. He booted as well, and he did good decision between running and passing. I thought he had a great tournament, so I'm happy to see him back in the game here with a chance of maybe throwing one last deep one here.
So 3rd and goal, ball on the 20-yard line. Marzov back in. He's going to take the snap. He will look to throw to his right. And once again pressured and brought down for another sack. That's 3 in a row for the Team Saskatchewan defense.
Yeah, they put their starting D-line back on the field, and they got 3 in a row there. Tough one for Team Alberta, not able to punch it in. Clearly showed a lot of resilience and grit at the end of the game, getting some good long drives. Deserving of a score, in my opinion, Chris. That Team Alberta, who thought was really well coached, did some good things today. Just Team Saskatchewan showing how strong they are.
Yeah, Kellen Belt with the sack there on 3rd down as Team Saskatchewan will come back on here. Team Alberta does still have a timeout, so it looks like Team Sask is going to stay in a regular offense. Xavier Gatton lines up in the gun. He'll take it. He will hand it off inside. A little bit of room inside there that time. Close to a 1st down. Good gain of 8 or 9 on the play there.
That's Cohen Phillips, who continues to average, more than 5 yards a carry in this tournament. He's been a good running back, learning the game, 12 aside. His first time playing different football than 6 aside, but clearly doing a great job with it. Chris, we've given a lot of praise to Team Alberta. They've done a good job. Let's flip that for a second. It's a gold medal game. Team Saskatchewan, undefeated in the history of their program, dominant today against a strong Team Alberta team. Wow.
Yeah, as you mentioned, undefeated. Coaching staff doing a great job. Support staff as well. Team Saskatchewan, obviously a very strong program in their U16 and U18 programs. And they set out to dominate this game, and they've done just that.
They sure have, and they get to finish the game how they want. They got their backup quarterback, Xavier Gatton, in here getting some experience. He's going to take a knee here to end the game and celebrate a gold medal with his team. You can expect that Team Saskatchewan to storm the field with the flag, as they often do after wins. 2 great teams, great championship game. It's been an absolute pleasure to comment and have the privilege of doing so with you guys at home.
Xavier Gatton takes a knee, and that'll do it.
That will do it for this gold medal game. Olivier, I agree. It's been a lot of fun doing the U16 Western Challenge. Team Saskatchewan maintaining their undefeated record, coming away with another gold medal game, winning this one over Team Alberta 24-0. I want to thank Olivier for doing this with me, Football Canada, Sports Canada TV, all the volunteers here making this tournament happen. Looking forward ahead to Canada Cup starting tomorrow, and want to thank everyone for tuning in. Olivier, any parting words for us?
No, it's just been a pleasure, and to see the development of this game. We were here last year looking at U16. We saw Team Saskatchewan, run away with it against Team BC and win. We see them this time against Team Alberta. I want to say that all 4 teams are stronger than they were last year. I am thrilled to be able to do this with you in U18, tomorrow. I think the level of competition has been incredible.
It has, absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see many of you tomorrow for Football 2024 Football Canada Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join each other in congratulating all the teams on the field on a fantastic game and a fantastic At this time, we will now present with the game MVP awards. If we could draw your attention to midfield, we will commence the presentation of the most valuable offensive and defensive player awards for both teams as chosen by the Under-16 Western Challenge Selection Committee. The winner of the most valuable defensive player of the game for Team Alberta, number 32, Connor Woods. The winner of the most valuable offensive player of the game for Team Alberta, give it up for number 12, Owen Parker. The winner of the most valuable defensive player of the game for Team Saskatchewan, number 44, Nixon. Offensive player of the game for Team Saskatchewan, number 15, Gavin Newell. At this time, we will now do the medal presentation. First, the bronze medal, Team BC. 2024 bronze medalist, Team U16. And now the presentation of the silver medals to the second place team, Team Alberta. Let's hear it for 2024 silver medalist, Team Alberta. Gold medals to the first place team, Team Saskatchewan. Let's give it up for our 2024 gold medalist, Team Saskatchewan. Awards for the entire tournament. These players were the best players either offensively, defensively, or in special teams for the entire 2 days. Offensively, from Team Saskatchewan, number 26, Marcus. From Saskatchewan, number 44, Nixon. And from the special teams, from Team Alberta, number 11, Xander O'Donnell. And one last time, can we please give every team on the field a big round of applause for a
I feel the rain.